Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you all back to the library of Ruina, where today we are going to be working not on the Gibeus, because, well, we could work on the Gibeus. I mean, that's the wrong one. I mean, after all, there's not really much I can do here apart from use the team that I used before, but we're gonna have a go at that later, because there is a couple of I know there's a mod I've been requested to play, and that mod is the continuation of the Brutal Orchestra, which I played a couple weeks back. So let's see what this is all about. The Psychic Rags. I can't feel anything. Not here, not anywhere. Bloody hell. Where did those idiots go? Where did those idiots got themselves to? Wait, what's that? A piece of paper? I can feel something. Anton, the Music Man. I have to investigate. Just sign here, it says. Nothing seems off here. Let's see what this library is all about. Probably the same old boring place as the books. Well, this is much more than I expected. Way past cool, I might even say. Welcome, dear guest. I am Angela, the director and librarian the director of the library's namesake. Oh, I can talk. I thought you'd just shh at me or something like librarians usually do. Hello there. I am Rags, and I am kinda lost. I saw the invitation that says you were offering books of my comrade Anton. So, where did you stash him? Which aisle? Was sorted by ascending order or descending order? Things here don't work like the other libraries that you usually know. Oh, I see. Fighting things and get your book or die and get turned into a book yourself, so I guess Anton and the Music Men took a stroll here before me. I see that you can read my mind. I guess I shouldn't have to explain any further. Yeah, I need to read that book to know where the others goes. So I'll show you why I was fighting God earlier. Excuse me? Long story. Anyways, I have fought guys like Music Men before, and stuff from the garden, so you guys are not any scarier. I'll go through that door now. May you find your book in this place. Huh. Okay. We're allowed 3 floors. Huh. Alright, so what do we have? Purple jumbled guts, blue jumbled guts, red jumbled guts, and yellow jumbled guts. And then red. What happened to good old green? So, purple. Immune to stagger. He only has one ability. Ugliest. On hit, deal extra damage equivalent to the amount of linked. And inflict 1 anti-recovery. Ooh, what's linked? Upon taking damage by an attack, for each entity inflicted with linked, deal damage equivalent to half of damage taken. What? 1 stack is removed at the end of the scene. Upon taking damage by an attack, for each entity inflicted with linked, deal damage I think I need to understand that a bit better. Pressure. Inflict bleed equivalent to amount of linked. Boil. Inflict burn equivalent to the amount of linked. Inflict fragile equivalent to the amount of linked. Alright, what have we got here then? Endured. Okay. Shimmering, Brutal Orchestra. +3 die. Gain an additional speed die, an emotional level 3, and 2 additional speed die, emotional level 4. Psychic Catalyst. At the start of the scene, gain Catalyst. When HP reaches below 50%, gain Strong Catalyst instead for the rest of the act. If the user is staggered, this will not activate. Intrinsic Linking. Plus die power, gain +1 power when clashing with an opponent inflicted with linked. Wriggle and Writhe. At the start of the act, draw the page Faint Connection and the page Bloody Scream. If HP becomes 50% or lower, draws the pages Invasive Connection and Aggressively Intertwined instead for the rest of the act. Psychic Mending. At the start of the scene, if the character has bleed, purges it and recovers HP equivalent to the amount of stacks. Ha! That's interesting. Mind Merge. At the start of the scene, inflict 2 linked on to 2 random enemies. Psychic Shield. Restore light. Inflict linked. On use. Inflict link to the target and 5 bleed to self. Next scene. Mind Read. On use. Inflict 2 linked. Psychic Beam. Draw a card. Inflict linked. 2 in 1. Inflict 4 linked to the target and 3 linked to a random enemy. Die on this page. Gains +2 power when targeting an linked enemy. Transpondation. Inflict linked. Alright, recover HP equivalent to linked. Well, you seem to be all about this linked gimmick. So, let's just go with Roland and see how this goes, because we're allowed 3 floors. Clearly this linked is meant to be something very big and deadly if we're allowed 3 different floors for it. When did we enter the circus? I feel as if there's a great power here. Alright, so... Catalyst. Upon taking damage by an attack, for each opponent inflicted with linked, deal damage equivalent to half damage taken, removes when staggered. So in other words, when we hurt you, we get hurt ourselves. Is that what I'm hearing? Faint Connection. On Clash Lose, removes Catalyst for the scene. On Clash Win, inflict 5 linked. Interesting. So I'm guessing you get that every single round then. And so if I can beat you up and destroy that attack, I probably should. I definitely think we need, as we're getting rid of the catalyst this turn, we should focus on killing him. Problem is working out just how to do that, because he's got quite a lot of resistances. Let's reinforce Orlando's abilities. Really? I'm gonna give lies to the detective then. Right. So you've now got 4 linked, and you've got 1. Wait, so you only give linked at the very start of the act? Yeah. So we just kind of need to stop the link and... Okay, guys, let's see how this goes. We can't really focus you down this turn, because you got the catalyst, but... But what I can do is just murder all your little minions. And make sure that they're not a bother. Faint Connection. Cool. Do you have... No, you do not. You've got 2 strength. You're a most likely candidate for succeeding that attack, but you can't. Never mind. Reduce target's power by 2. He gets -1 anyway. You've got 1 strength. So he gets -3, so maximum 11. You got +1, so maximum 10. It could work. Okay. Let's go. First up. Fuck. We're probably going to be taking some damage this turn, because I was kind of relying on that working. Let's now modify Roland's weapons and finally give urging to Urza. There we go. Right, now Urza is happy. Faint connection again. Okay. Let's see how this goes. He's got a decent amount of stagger on him. Which is partially also what we need. Fuck you! We might be about to lose Uria. Sigh. Oh yeah, we are definitely about to lose Uria. To herself, no less. Or not? Ooh. The music changed. Why did the music change? To become whole again. Alright, let's see how many of these I actually do need to deal with, considering the health that Yuri is on right now. You know, looking at our opponent, it might be best to just accept Yuria is dead, because I don't see any way of saving her. I need to save that for next turn. Alright. You don't actually have any linked on you now. Oh good, you're safe, actually. It's only the detective and Roland that have to worry. Okay. Good. One gone and dead. Another gone and dead. Okay. Are you healing because he healed or something? I don't know where the detective is healing from right now. You know what? I'm gonna grab the marionette just in case of the psychic scream. Oh, what's this? Inflict 2 linked on all enemies and inflict 10 bleed to self next scene. Mass attack on use individual. Ah! We don't get a choice. Intriguing. Well, I mean, your mass attack individual is only 3 to 7. That's not much at all. Oh, interesting. So if I place the pipe before I use her smoke, it actually makes it stay as the original thing, so it doesn't become whatever... Huh, I actually need to remember that. I don't think it's meant to work like that, but alright. Okay, with this, I think... we should be pretty solid to, you know, stagger him and counteract that catalyst next turn. So that does nothing to us. Just as well. You hit me like that. Fine, I've got to just accept that. Death to your catalyst. Let's have some fun. Yeah. You're getting Furioso. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not showing any mercy today. And there we go. Staggered. I wasn't expecting to just flat out kill you today. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I guess we don't get to find out what the other two abilities were. I feel kind of bad about that. I was actually kind of hoping to find out what they were. Well, Book of Rags, Book of Jumbled Guts. Alright, Rags. Let's see what you're all about and if this linked stuff can work for me. Clash Win, Inflict Linked. Inflict Linked. Inflict Linked. Inflict lots of linked. Bloody Scream. During the act, at the start of the scene, while in hand, if HP was 50% or lower, exhaust this page and draw aggressively intertwined into hand. On use, inflict 2 link to all enemies. Inflict 10 bleed on self next scene, and this page is exhausted and returns to hand after 3 scenes. During the act, at the start of the scene, while in hand, if HP was 50% or lower, exhaust this page and draw invasive connection into hand. Else, this page is exhausted on use and returns to the hand after 2 scenes. Strong Catalyst. Upon taking damage by an attack, for each opponent inflicted by linked, deal damage equivalent to damage taken and recovers 2 HP. All dice gain +2 power, removes when staggered. Huh, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't let that happen then. Alright, you, what are your special abilities then? At start of act, inflict 2 link to random enemies. Okay. At the start of the scene, if the character has bleed, purges it and recovers HP equivalent to amounts. Okay, so give you lots of abilities to self-bleed. Got it. Intrinsic linking. +1 power to linked. And then Catalyst. Wait a moment, can this Rags become the ultimate suicide build? Because his suicide involves killing everyone else at the same time. I think what's also interesting to note is that these cards aren't character exclusive. But I think they're meant to be, it's just he doesn't know how to program that in. And that's fair, these things can be a bit hard. So because we obviously want to know what this invasive counter and the aggressively intertwined cards are, I've given him 2 passives to give him reduced max HP on start. So then we're just gonna go ahead and play and just find out, have a look at our lovely little lab rats, and we're just gonna see what they have to say and what these cards do. Okay, lovely little lab rats. First up, yes, you have Link. That's kind of stupid. Second, you didn't get any of the pages, so please don't kill yourselves on him immediately. Alright, Bloody Scream. At the start of the scene, while in hand. Okay, so I'm assuming that's going to change next scene then. Yes, it does. Aggressively intertwined. Inflict 3 link on all enemies and inflict 17 bleed on self next scene. This page is exhausted on use and returns to hand after 3 uses. And it's a summation instead of it turns into summation instead of individual, and it's 12 to 25. Interesting. Alright, now we have the Fate and Connection, which removes Catalyst, so I don't know why we would even add it to the deck. Oh, I just realized you actually need the Catalyst for the links to work, I think, don't you? Alright, so what's intrusive connection? This scene is exhausted, yada yada yada. On Clash lose, removes Catalyst. On Clash win, inflict 10 linked, and it gains a defensive die after it as well. Interesting, okay. Alright, now because I just clearly need to see this attack in action, and because I'm a merciless little bastard, let's see what this does. Fair enough. I suppose if with that one done, and the link to now being linked to us, ha ha ha, it's time for us to see what else we can do. We definitely don't have time for the Gibeus mod, that much is obvious, that always takes me an episode per fight. Dear Lord. And so, I suppose I want to do this one. This is the one I've had in here for a while now, and what it is a fight dedicated to Yay. But when I first downloaded it, it wasn't translated, but it is now. Everyone, come here! Finally, I've got something incredible! What's so great that we need to rush our repairs? President Yay, if it's some dull scrap iron again, I'll get mad, you hear me? Don't worry, I got this from an old friend. It's an invitation to the library. Recently, there's been a rumor flying around of technology that allows a person to fight with weaponry born from one's mind. And with this single piece of paper could let us see that. Isn't that wonderful? Really, we don't need to listen to any more rumors, boss. It's so fishy. Eh? Why? Technology that uses one's mind sounds tempting, but should we be going to unknown places? It's a lie, isn't it? I already told you. I'm going to get really mad. Really, you've got to be nuts. I'm being honest! All I've heard about that rumor. You've all heard about that rumor. Aren't you all itching to find out? Aren't your hearts throbbing? As for me, I'm going to the library at once. You can come with me if you'd like, but the early bird catches the worm. I'm going too. I'm going as well. Ah, what fun! These guys must have some screws loose, but they come from a trustworthy workshop. Aren't workshops just about providing weapons to fixers? Why are they armed? Well, it's a pretty complex situation. Some companies have a customer application test, which normally involves a fight. And the ones who are most familiar with the weapons are their makers. It's expected for them to be of a decent grade. So it seems. I'll greet our guests. It smells like books and dust. Also, I can smell the scent of blood. To be precise, it smells like places where blood was splattered by spilled guts. President Yay, look. Greetings, dear guests. I am... Huh? Isn't that different from the rumor? I heard that the pale librarian was a machine. A human? No, wait. It's like a mixture of both, isn't it? Ha ha ha! Please enter through the entrance over there. Goodbye. Why did she get angry? She's a machine. There's no point in thinking about it. Let's just go for some light exercise. Alright, so let's see how you differ from your originals. I think the leafy smokelets are the exact same. Carson's page. Smokescreen. Defensive dice plus 1 power. At the end of the scene, if his character has 10 plus smoke, boost defensive die by plus 2. Immediate repairs, speed, excessive supply, smoke overload, yada yada yada, usual stuff. Finesse! Boost dice power of combat pages containing smoke by 1. Increase amount of smoke gained by plus 1. Ooh, that's quite a nice one. Madness, smoke. At the start of the scene, if this character has 4 plus smoke, gain 1 strength, endurance, quick, 3 fragile, 3 stagger vulnerable. If the character has 7 plus smoke, gain 2 strength, 2 endurance, and 2 quick. 5 fragile, and 5 stagger vulnerable. Okay. And then that's it. All 3 of you have field mods. You have Dust Explosion. All defensive die gain plus 2 power. If user has 5 plus smoke, all dice also gain plus 1 power. On Clash Win, inflict 2 plus die. On hit, inflict 3 burn. Trial product. If the user has 7 plus smoke, restore 3 light. That's pretty nice. On hit, if opponent has 5 plus smoke, draw 1 card. Test run, gain 3 smoke. Yours is overheating. On use, gain 1 strength, gain 2 quick. Gain 2 quick and gain 1 strength next scene. Quick is just haste, just not translated properly. Got it. On Clash lose, take damage. On Clash lose, take damage. On Clash lose, take damage. Exhale smoke. I think that's the original. I have an idea. Inflict 5 smoke for all characters. On hit, if opponent has 5+ smoke, inflict 1 paralysis. That's pretty cool, just giving everyone 5 smoke instantly like that. Alright, well, this is pretty basic. And I don't wanna... Oh, you don't have a thing attached. Of course you don't have a thing attached, because it's over here, and I'm not dealing with that can of worms of trying to unrig the whatchamacallit. So I'm just gonna go with the Yesod's floor with our Mayumi, Segalia, and everyone. Pressure levels normal. Vapor concentration appropriate. This is a waste of time. I want to see it as soon as possible. It's good to be in high spirits, but don't involve your colleagues. Alright, well, let's see what's happening then. Alright, guys, go. Begin the first assault. Let's see how we can each do. Well, could have been worse, could have been better. This is a pretty basic fight, but there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes having a basic fight is just kind of what you need. What? Especially as, even though it's a basic fight, they still seem to be able to beat us in certain aspects. And the fact the leader people have their immediate repairs certainly helps. I can't help but feel. Because it just makes things a little easier for us. Ah, you're doing your dust explosion, are you? Alright, go. Dodge, block, hit. Might I say, I am mighty impressed by your dodge, then. Right. I want to build up their emotions so I do get more books, so... I admit, though, I wasn't expecting that. Right. Well, Little Miss Rank 3, you don't get anything. Because your little friends are going to die. There we go, one dead. Another dead. No, I was just about to exclaim, Eureka! Okay, and then finally... Bang! I had a bad feeling. but I didn't. A pretty simple thing, to say the least, but not bad in its own right. They didn't mind looking at their friends' corpses. What kind of people were those fixers?
No fixer is the same. Some can't look away from their colleagues' deaths, while all others act as if they never existed in the first place.
Roland, what type of fixer are you?
I don't know. I'm bad at looking at myself from an objective point of view.
One book of Yay, one book of Carson, one book of Manny. And then one book of the Leafy Office, just to say, just for goodwill. Glorious. And they get all the stuff that they had on them. Marvelous. Are these cards exclusive, then, out of interest? The overheating isn't exclusive. That's interesting. And doesn't look like the dust explosion is either. Alright. Not bad. That's something to remember. Well then. What are we gonna fight next? Very simply, there's one in this list I've been wanting to fight for a while. Star of the City, but cannibals. And you know what? Because we're only allowed 3 people, this is one I can actually fight a little bit more legitimately, because I can use the Malkuth floor. So yes, fine, come on, give me a challenge. Let's see how this goes, shall we? Alright, we've got 4 attacks on Malkuth, and she can't really do anything about them, because they're all the high-speed attacks. Because this is what always happens. Fuck you. Really? None of the good ones? 4 attacks again. Really? Alright, go. First up, whack. Make everything burn. Glorious. Ashes. Put it on you, because you like being hit in the first place. Okay, go. First up, that, then slice. Very minor slice, but it's a slice. Really? 8? Both times? Okay. Just getting past the bleed, I think we're good. Because you're getting bled once, which is annoying, and you're getting bled twice. Okay. You burn. You die. And he burns. Glorious. On to Pierre herself. Alright, why are there 4 of you now? You know, I never actually checked what you had. Grit, concentration, digging shank, deep wound. The bleed stuff, as we'd expect you to. Remembrance, okay. That's gotta go. Emergency rations, concussion, more blunt, more blunt. And then you, instant cooking, remembrance as well. Information assessment, razor strike. Go for the throat. Single use. On use. Restore 3 light, draw a page. Plus 10 at power if attack is one-sided. Ouch. Distasteful cessation. Inflict paralysis. Concessive tenderizing. Deal 2 bonus stagger damage on blunt hits for this scene. On Clash Win, reduce opponent's next to die by 3. This die is rolled 3 times. What? Right, they gotta bleed. They gotta bleed. Alright, our tactic. Put the wildfire on this person and stagger them to hell and back. Right. I think Malkuth needs gluttony. And then we can get a wing... No, we can get a 4th match. Vines or spores. Inflict more bad stuff. And then Forgotten. You're dead. Good. Alright, let's go. Next round. More burn. That's how we're gonna have to win this. By burning them alive. Right. 2 more gone. Now let's get Malice. And I can put it on Malkuth again. Right. Now... Well, now it's time to stagger them. Or whatchamacallit with them. Build up their emotion level. And hopefully not kill them in the process. In fact, we want it so badly, we're even letting ourselves take a few fight losses that we shouldn't. Ow. 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 Pierre is dead, so there's no point doing anything about her. Jack just needs a couple of hits, and he'll die. Alright, go. Like I say, you're dead. I do not care. Only thing we gotta do is basically not die before you do. And I don't think you're capable of killing us. Well, they fought. I was actually scared about that. That was quite threatening to me. Right, what have we got? Crazed Black Backstreet Butchers and an amplified version of each. Here we go. Crazed Black Backstreet's Butchers. Amplified Hacksaw Butcher. Hacksaw Amplified Machete Butcher. And then an amplified Pierre and an amplified Jack. In all fairness, I think the main thing of note here is this ability, because god damn is that a powerful ability. But yeah, overall, the amplified guys, they do what they always advertise they do. Which is a bit of a harder fight. Not much harder, but still a bit of a harder one. Well, everyone,
don't think this is a good place to leave today's episode, for you see, I'm all out of time for today's episode, so what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.